Hey friends, I'm John, your carnivore teacher. You've heard the saying, better safe than sorry, right? Well, when it comes to eating out, that couldn't be more true. I like to say eating out is like doing your online banking on a public Wi-Fi network inside a donut shop. You might get away with it, but every time you do it, you're taking a risk. A big one. Here's why. When you eat at home, you control everything. The quality of your ingredients, the source of your meat, the type of fat you cook in, even the temperature of your grill or pan. You know what's in your food and what's not. But the moment you step into a restaurant, whether it's a fast food joint or a 5-star steakhouse, you surrender that control. You're handing over your health data, so to speak, to strangers who are focused on flavor, profit, and shelf life, not your metabolic health. It's true. Let's start with seed oils. Almost every restaurant, even the ones that brag about using olive oil, are cooking with canola, soybean, sunflower, or cottonseed oil. Why? Because they're cheap, they don't smoke easily, and they last forever on the shelf. But what those oils do inside your body is pure destruction. They're loaded with omega-6 linoleic acid, which oxidizes easily and drives inflammation. That inflammation is the root of metabolic disease, insulin resistance, and even mental decline. Now, here's the part most people don't realize. Even if you're ordering something that seems safe, like grilled chicken or steak, it's probably brushed with seed oil blends or marinades loaded with sugar, thickeners, and preservatives. That beautiful brown crust, often sprayed with soybean oil or coated in grill flavoring, whatever that is, which is just chemical smoke. And don't even get me started on hidden ingredients. Sauces, dressings, marinades, and where the industry hides the junk, corn syrup solids, maltodextrin, MSG, artificial colors, and dozens of unpronounceable additives, all designed to hit your bliss point and keep you addicted. Think about it. Do you really think they're buying grass-fed beef, pasture eggs, or butter for hundreds of customers a day? Of course not. They're sourcing in bulk from industrial suppliers that feed their animals cheap grain and soy, inflating omega-6 levels in the meat long before it ever hits your plate. Now, let's connect it back to that Wi-Fi analogy. When you log into the public Wi-Fi, your data is exposed. Your passwords, your identity, your security. You can't see the risk in the moment, but it's there, quietly compromising your system. That's exactly what's happening when you eat at restaurants. You don't see the damage right away, but inside your body, oxidative stress is climbing, insulin is spiking, inflammation is brewing, and the long-term costs is your metabolic security. So yes, you can eat out sometimes, but do it with full awareness. Choose wisely. Ask for your meat to be cooked without oil or marinades, just salt and fire. Skip the sauces. Avoid anything fried. And if they can't or won't accommodate that, that's your red flag. When you eat out, you're giving up control. And that's okay if you understand what you're risking. But when you eat at home, when you control the input, the fats, the seasonings, the sourcing, you reclaim your health's security firewall. So think of it this way. Would you type your bank password into a random laptop on a public Wi-Fi? Probably not. I hope you won't. Then why would you put your health in the hands of a kitchen that's using the cheapest industrial oils known to man? Your body deserves better security than that. Now, on a personal note, I don't go out to dinner anymore. I don't go to restaurants very much anymore. The only times now that when I go out or when we go out as friends is at somebody's birthday party. I was invited somewhere and they meet out. Everything's centered around food, as you know. And when that happens, when the waiter or waitress comes to me, I tell them I have an allergy to seed oils, and I have to define that because they don't know. They think margarine is butter. They think oil is fat. I have to explain nothing from a plant. No plant oils, no canola, no soybean, which are the big major offenders, no cottonseed. Please, I pick my meat from the menu, cook this steak in a pan in the oven, because the grill is probably wiped with seed oils. And you can ask them if it's not, but you tell them you want it done a certain way. I always like mine rare, which means it comes out medium rare, always it does. And then I'm fairly sure, I can tell by looking at it if they followed my directions, and if they didn't, I'm paying for it. I send it back. I tell them this was cooked in seed oils. I can tell. I can taste it, actually. And the next day I'll feel it. So take control. Even if you're going out, be in control and don't be polite. It's your body and your money, and you deserve the best food. And what really bothers me before I leave you today is I'm going to pay double or triple, because sometimes I have to order 2 steaks, 2 hamburgers, 2 whatever, because that's all I'm eating. I'm not eating the vegetables or the bread or the bun, none of the sauces and all the crap on the sides. So I say I want 2 of something, and that's going to pop my price up, but I'd rather fast or pay extra and have what I want in my stomach. That's me. Anyway, if you like this content and my little personal additions at the end, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, share this with friends and family, and leave me a question or a comment or a suggestion, and I will write you back. Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow. Take care.